Hey, Ace here. I got something a little bit fun for you today, something a bit different. I got some books at an op shop, a thrift shop as the Yanks call it. And I'm going to read them to you. I'm going to make two videos. I'm going to read the dad first, and then I'm going to make another video about the brother. And I think you guys are going to be in for a treat. So the dad, it's a Ladybird, and there's no author. So let's try and read it together. Hopefully you can see the words on the screen. This is a dad. His car is broken down and he calls for assistance. As usual, Muckins here has to do it himself. Dads communicate with their families using a distinctive noise called tutting. We've all been there before. Ben could not wait to be a dad, so he could spend less time at work. Now he looks forward to going back to the office on a Monday morning, because at least spreadsheets don't scream at each other. Poor Ben. Dad has superpowers. For instance, when he picks his nose in traffic, he becomes invisible. Dan's children have found some of his old photograph albums. They laugh at Mum. They laugh at Dad. They laugh at the idea of putting paper photographs in an album. Dan feels like about 200 years old. So do I, Dan. So do I. Pavel leaves for work at 6 o'clock in the morning. He works for 10 hours a day on a building site. When he comes home, his son asks him to help him make some things with Lego. After his son has gone to bed, Pavel's wife suggests they watch Grand Designs. Poor Pavel. Oculus was late home last night because of an important meeting. He said the meeting was in the office, but the last 3 hours were at the Crown and the Crab. This morning he'll be able to get away with it as long as nobody finds out he has a headache. This one's not that funny. Sometimes Dad is not able to think about home because he is thinking about work. The DX2 artificial dad mind was designed by Molyneux in 1973. It does all the thinking about work, so Dad is free to remember family birthdays and have any opinion he wants on the new bath mat. It is enormously unpopular. Darren has a special dad meal which he cooks on weekends for his children. But Darren has run out of harissa, I don't know what that is, and instead the meal is not possible without it. Luckily he has all the ingredients for an apple. I look so unhappy. Sean has set up his own firework display in the garden. Those displays are rubbish, he tells his son. You can't see a thing. When Sean's son has seen the firework, they will go back indoors. Fireworks are more expensive than Sean expected. I got some fireworks. It is Mother's Day, so Lee has taken his wife a bacon sandwich and a cup of tea in bed while he looks after the children. You have a lie-in while we watch a DVD, Lee says. The girls want to watch Frozen, but Lee has already seen that to us. It's a poor movie. Laurie hates fishing, so he only goes once a week. He comes here for the peace and quiet, but the water is too noisy. Shh, Laurie says to the ripples. Struggle is real. Mike's daughter looks at him every day with eyes that say, my dad is the best man in the whole world. Now she is nearly a teenager. Mike is prepared for change. He is prepared for new challenges. He is not prepared for the day she suddenly looks at him with eyes that say, who is this colossal bellend? Oh, poor Mike. I know that feeling. Oh, well. Nigel put on some music when his little boy went to bed. It was some nice, relaxing jazz. Nigel's little boy has been down 6 times so far, and Nigel has not yet heard a single tune uninterrupted. Tomorrow evening, Nigel will listen to the soundtrack of The Omen, so the downstairs is more frightening than the upstairs. Oh, so funny. We're nearly there. This is a dad lab. Here dads are kitted out in standard gardening slacks and undergo experiments to find out how much they can put up with. Rob has been here for 2 minutes and is leaving. No one should be asked to get ketchup out of a carpet in these conditions. Kilogram is arriving at work. He realises with horror that he left home without telling a joke. His daughter asked him to put the kettle on, but he did not reply, "All right, but it won't suit me." Now he'll have to drive all the way home to say it. Poor Kilogram. For a birthday treat, Steve has taken his son Jake to Eggbaston to see England play Pakistan in the 3rd test. Steve knows Jake likes throwing grapes and knocking breadsticks off his high chair, so he is sure that they'll have lots of fun watching 6 hours of cricket together. Amanda usually arranges the family holiday, but this year she asked Martin to do it. She wanted somewhere near the beach, with a pool and a restaurant and plenty to do for the children. At least it's near the beach, says Martin. There's a sinking ship. Andy is having a vasectomy this afternoon. His wife keeps using the word neutered and joking with the surgery that Andy should have a plastic cone fitted around his head like a dog. And he puts in his earbuds and listens to another sad song by Elbow. Poor Andy. I drove home after I got my vasectomy. Being a dad is an important job with lots of responsibilities. This dad is working hard to provide for his family. That's why he gets so much respect. If only it was true. In a hive, the male bees do not help gather pollen or raise the young, but go out in large groups looking for a queen to mate with. Johnny likes to come here during his 15-minute lunch break. He was recently given a warning for wasting company time for an online forum for men who want to live as bees. I think there's a name for that. Cass sees his children every other weekend. He's already taken them to a theme park, brought them a horse each, and lunch at Le Moire. I can't pronounce that word. Just time for an air show before dinosaur golf, he says, shaking them awake in the back of the limousine. It's so nice to have some normal family time together, he thinks. He cannot admit it to his wife, but Simon's twins are starting to freak him out. Freaking me out too. Peter has taught Tandy to climb the stairs. In the coming years, he will teach her how to walk, swim, ride a bike, and drive a car. At 35, she'll finally take the hint and leave. "What does a hippopotamus eat, Dad?" asked Philip. Children who ask for stuff in the gift shop, says Dad. Being a dad is brilliant. And that is the end of the story. I think it was hilarious. If you want this, say in the comments and I'll mail it out to you. You might need to pay for postage. Stay tuned for the next video where I will be reading The Brother, and I'm sure it will be as equally hilarious.